When someone goes missing, it's like the world stops for their loved ones. The fear, the unanswered calls, it's heartbreaking. This case starts with a community desperate for answers about Katie Wohler, a woman who lit up lives with her kindness. But what unfolds is a chilling reminder that evil can hide in plain sight.
This is the exact moment this killer realized a murder he committed was caught on camera.
She what? Kathleen? Katie? That's the same name, right?
The reason I think we're asking about her is because the family made a report that hadn't seen her.
You found blood in the unit? No way. No, I wasn't there.
You know, there's video.
Yeah.
Can we watch video?
Yeah. Yo, you watched the video.
We have video of you talking to Katie.
Well, yeah, I've talked to Katie before.
Talking to her on Monday, driving her van away. Her keys were found in your dad's basement today.
Shit, that fucking Jim, he's trying to, I bet he's trying to get back.
That's not the narrative you want to try to go.
This is just one of the 4 cases we'll be covering in this video times killers didn't realize they were being recorded, starting with the shocking case of Michael Olsen. In the summer of 2019 in West Akron, Ohio, the friends and family of Mary Kay, Katie Wohlfarth, would keep calling and texting her to try and get a hold of her. But after 2 days without a response, her friends began to worry that the worst had happened. So a missing persons report was filed and the police were called.
Hi, I reported a friend missing earlier today, and I think we have maybe gone paperwork or whatever for a missing person.
Okay, and who's missing?
Mary Kay Wohlfarth,
How old is the missing person?
268, born in 50.
Okay, when was the last time you saw her?
1 o'clock yesterday.
At her place?
No, I saw her at an auction, and then we were supposed to meet again today at 3 o'clock.
Oh,
And
okay.
she didn't show up, and so I went to her house, and her mail and her newspaper were on the porch. Her neighbor said she hadn't come home last night, which is like totally out of character.
Okay.
And she has 2 cats here that I have to feed.
Okay, so she didn't show up for, to meet up with you?
No.
24 hours later, Katie's loved ones would continue to express their concerns to the cops as well as provide them with more details about her disappearance.
She's not at any local hospitals because we were called out yesterday.
Police Fire Stephen R.
Good morning. My name is Craig. I work at Leslie Floor Sandy. We have rental units behind our building, and there is a lady that has been missing. I don't know if a report has been filed. Her name is Katie Wohlfarth. My reason for calling is that her rental unit has been entered by another individual. We have it on surveillance case.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, that individual has no permission, reason, authority to go in there.
Okay, so Katie, how do you know she's missing?
Well, her partner, a man by the name of Dave, they both rent units from us. And he came in Monday evening, asked Bridget, the other fellow, if he had seen Katie Wohlfarth. Bridget said no, and Dave came in again this morning, and I started looking for the security tapes that we got, and I found this individual going into her unit.
The call was from the manager at the self-storage facility that Katie used. He said that Katie's storage unit was entered by someone who had no permission to be there, and he had it all on tape. So the police officers rushed over to the storage facility to see the evidence.
Hello. Okay, so that's her van?
Yes, sir.
Can we just start the video and just watch it? Mind if I take a seat?
Nope.
All right.
Look at you this way.
The following footage is real and shows exactly what happened to Katie and why she's missing. The footage began by showing Katie taking items in and out of her silver Kia Sedona and into her storage unit. A short time later, a male suspect can be seen approaching Katie to have a conversation with her. After ending the conversation with a high five, the suspect can be seen approaching Katie's storage unit again. Only this time, he crouches behind the silver minivan in front of him, as if he's trying to stay out of sight. Moments later, Katie can be seen walking away from her storage unit to take some trash out to a garbage dump at the back of the facility. This is the moment the killer made his move. The suspect walks into Katie's storage unit and waits for her to return. Only minutes later, the suspect is seen exiting Katie's storage unit, but he's wearing a white blanket draped over him, almost as if he's trying to hide his identity. Then the suspect can be seen exiting his storage unit to begin packing up Katie's things. Security footage from the next day shows the same suspect returning to the unit. He's then seen wheeling a large object from Katie's storage unit into his own. As you'll soon see, the object he was wheeling was Katie's now deceased body. After the CCTV was retrieved, law enforcement found that the unit was rented out by James Olsen, who identified his son, Michael J. Olsen, as the man in the CCTV footage. The police determined this footage was enough evidence to investigate further and went to open the storage unit Michael was seen wheeling the body into. Once inside,
Watching that footage makes my stomach turn. He crouched, waited, and then moved her body. It's calculated, cold. Katie didn't deserve this. The CCTV doesn't just show a crime, but a betrayal of trust. How could someone she knew do this? It's a gut punch to think about her final moments. We're in the interrogation room where Michael Olsen thinks he can talk out. His lies unravel, but what gets me is his excuses, blaming his ex, his pain. It's infuriating. No amount of personal struggle justifies taking a life. Let's see how the detectives break him down.
on a completely unrelated crime. The following is footage from his arrest. Bear in mind, at the time of this arrest, Olsen has no idea the police knew about his involvement in Katie's disappearance.
Go this way, sir.
Yes, I need to choose your ID.
Perfect. I know your face. What's that? Never been to the county before? Yes. What if I took you? Well, I got a stupid TPO, my ex-girlfriend. What's her name? What's the Hubsy? That was, is this an Akron? Well, no, she lives in the Falls.
Olsen believed that he was about to be interrogated for breaking and entering when in reality, he was about to be informed that the murder he committed only days earlier was caught on camera.
Dude, this is so fucking stupid for anything there. Are you even kidding me? I can't believe they would fucking call me for that. These things are gonna fall off anyway. The pants are gonna fall off. I lost so much damn weight. Oh shit, now I got pissed. Fuck. Nope. I got to the lead in the worst way. Every time I came in, this thing, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it is a little chilly in here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is.
The detectives begin the interrogation by easing Olsen into everything with small talk. And after they read him his Miranda rights, they decide to ask him about the break-in first, hoping that way he'll open up before he suspects he's there for something more serious.
And then when we came in, we arrived and you were in the basement at that time.
Yeah, I was getting up again, stuff out of the basement. And all of a sudden I heard, is there anybody here? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh shit. And then I came out. I wasn't ducking down like the one officer said. I was freaking trying to get some stuff clean for him. And why wouldn't they lie to me? Or why would they say that I was trying to steal stuff? God, I've lived there for...
I don't know if they actually said you were trying to steal something.
Well, what am I doing here?
Well, because they said that they didn't know that you were in the house.
Oh my God, did you see how intoxicated she was? They drink all day, every day. They drink a liter of Kamchatka damn near every day.
After asking him about the break-in, officers shift the conversation to something more lighthearted before leaving him in the room to sit with his thoughts.
Like probably 3 or 4 days ago, I was just being goofy and just shaving around. My cousin's coming in from town, he's a Marine. I wanted to do something funny for him, and heck, I've never shaved my head before, really. I mean, a couple times, but not like shaved it.
Right.
It feels kind of good. I kind of like it.
A little cooler in the summer, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's, I mean, and literally, I think, so I played warehouse baseball with a buddy of mine back, I think I played from, I was 27 until about 30. Anyway, with the Thurman Munson Stadium, I didn't have gel and I didn't have my hat. So I was going like this, it was in my face, I was like, fuck it, I'm getting rid of it. I can't fucking believe it. They said that they didn't know it was in the house. What a crock of shit. Unfucking believable. Come on. Can you please take these shit off? I don't believe it.
Olsen still seems to believe that this entire interrogation is about his breaking and entering charge. But when the interrogators come back in the room, he'll find out why he's really being questioned.
So I read your Miranda rights. You understand those?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Keeping those rights in mind, we'd like to talk to you about another issue. So today, we told the Detective Brady that you were mulching out there at Coventry.
Yes. Yeah. I went up there and find a small structure.
Did you? Well, we met your dad today, and he was saying that.
You met my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you talk to your dad on the phone today?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
And
What'd you guys talk?
You ran out of gas.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I've been running out of gas a lot lately. I've been a little bit broke.
Yeah, so.
Like he asked, what did you guys talk about?
Like you said, he called me up earlier to go get a ride to bring up the pastel and finish gun, and then that was about it.
Did he say and we wanted to talk to you?
We?
The Akron place?
No.
Olsen is obviously surprised to hear that the detectives met his dad, because in his mind, they would have no reason to. But as the investigators begin asking Olsen details about the storage unit, he probably started to put the pieces together. This isn't about his breaking and entering case.
So your storage unit up there by the hill.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
It's your dad's.
It's my dad's. Yeah, it ain't mine.
Who has access to it?
Me and my dad. Yeah, and then there's anyone else? No, but I mean, I don't know if you know about theft that was up there not that long ago. This guy used to get into all the units, stole all types of shit. Silverton Bolster, I don't know if you know that name. Yeah, but me and my dad are the ones that had the keys for it. But yeah, so that's.
Okay. When was the last time you were there?
I was up there either this morning or yesterday morning. Can't remember what actually the day it was.
Yeah. Are you aware that that storage area they've got all kinds of cameras?
Oh yeah, because of the theft. Yeah.
Olsen brings up someone named Tim, a name that he'll come back to later, but not before he tells the cops that he can't quite remember the last time he was at the storage unit, a convenient gap in memory that the investigators press him on.
So when was the last time you were up at the storage unit?
Like I said, yesterday morning, can't remember what day it was.
Were you up there Monday?
Yesterday.
Today is Wednesday.
I've been up there sporadically throughout the last week. I don't know exactly which day, but Wednesday.
last time you saw them?
I don't know, 3-4 days ago, something like that. 5 days. I literally, my days have been running together so much that I'm freaking going crazy.
What's she with?
Yeah, that's Dave and Kathleen? Katie? That's the same name, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who is she?
She has a storage unit up there, I think, with her. I thought it was her.
When's the last time you saw her?
Probably Saturday, Sunday, something like that. I was up there doing some stuff around the shop.
Olsen claims that he wasn't at the storage unit on Monday, and when confronted with a picture of Katie, says that the last time he saw her was on Saturday or Sunday. But that's when law enforcement reminds Olsen that there's a video and that they've seen it. And based on that evidence and his constant fidgeting, they know if he's lying.
About Monday. I don't think he was up there Monday.
I really don't. I don't think I was up there Monday. I know I was there over the weekend.
Well, like I told you, there's video.
Yeah.
We watched video.
Yeah. No, you watched. No,
Did you talk to her at all?
No. Yeah, well, she actually tried to knock on my door one night. She said I was sleeping up there. I fell asleep or something. She gave me a fan if I was hot or something. So I hadn't talked to her before yet.
So, would her DNA be in your storage unit?
No, not at all. No. Why would her DNA?
Well, the reason I think we're asking about her is because the family made a report and hadn't seen her in a couple of days. So we're trying to find her.
DNA? Why? No, she was. If anything, she stepped right inside my unit. Gave me and she blew off the filter for my shop vac that I was using. This is ridiculous.
Okay. So, on Monday, her sister got a phone call, or actually a message left on her machine, saying Katie was telling her she has this handyman named James.
Oh yeah, her sister in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I was gonna do a little road trip work trip for her, but yeah.
Okay. Remember having that conversation?
Yeah.
So you saw her Monday, or sometime in the last couple of days.
Yeah, last couple of days. Yeah.
Because she's been missing for a couple of days, so we've been trying to find her. Do you have any idea where she might be? Did she talk about where she was going?
No idea. She did not say where she was going. No.
Again, there's video, and this was Monday. It shows you moving her van.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Video doesn't lie. Can you explain that?
No, I can't. Wasn't me.
Who else would drive your truck?
Drive my truck? Nobody.
You know why we found any blood in her?
Pardon me?
Why we found blood in her?
You found blood in her unit?
Yeah, that's from when you were...
I've got cuts all the time from working construction, man. All the time.
But again, blood that we found in her unit.
Oh, is it my blood? No. How would that be my blood? I didn't cut myself up there.
Despite the mounds of video evidence and specific details that the cops provide, Olsen still denies his involvement and sticks to his lies. But the detectives don't back down. They turn up the heat of the interrogation to try to get more answers.
Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, there's nothing to explain. No.
There's nothing to explain.
Well, we found blood in your unit. There's a lot of blood. And here. Do you want to explain that?
I mean, I cut myself on some glass and...
What about here?
How long have you been keeping your hair like that?
Literally like 2-3 days. Literally like 2-3 days.
Well, you said, I think you said it was about 3 or 4 days ago.
Well, 3-4 days, 2-3 days. Like I said, I don't know how my time sucks.
We found lots of blood in your storage unit.
Lots of blood.
We found sticks, instruments with a lot of blood.
Fucking way.
Like Sergeant Mark said.
Then someone's got training or something. This is ridiculous.
No, you just said that the only 2 people that have access to your unit.
But somebody, like, if you ever just look up in the soffit, that fucking Tim, he's trying to get there. I bet he's trying to get there.
The detectives lay out all of the evidence they have right in front of Olsen to try to get a confession, but he continues to deny his involvement. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, he begins to pin the crime on the mysterious Tim he mentioned earlier. But the investigators stop the Tim narrative in its tracks and continue to lay down the facts in front of Olsen.
We have video of you talking to Katie.
Well, yeah, I've talked to Katie before.
Talking to her on Monday, driving her van away. Her keys were found in your dad's basement today.
Shit.
No. How did Tim get out there and plant that?
Tim fucking, he's a fucking,
No.
That's not the narrative you want to try to go with. That's not going to work for you, buddy.
Something bad happened to Katie. You know it. You know what happened. So like Sergeant Marquardt has given you the opportunity to give us your narrative.
yeah. So stupid.
What happened? She wanted to give you some money. She wanted to give you a job.
Olsen begins giving the cops his confession, but starts by telling them that his ex-girlfriend made him a different person.
We have
Yeah.
the sticks.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened, Michael. I mean, it's probably going to help you. I mean, you can't feel good holding this in.
No, not really. I just,
Tell us what happened.
I snapped, man. I snapped. I just,
About
something came over me. I don't know.
What makes you?
My ex-girlfriend, dude, it was a downfall. It's not, she wasn't holding a gun to me there, my ex-girlfriend, but she made me a different person because of her toxic, narcissistic ways. I was mentally, verbally, emotionally abused. I don't know, just a snap, and Katie said something about my fucking ex-girlfriend. I don't know. You know what?
Well,
Yeah, I snapped.
tell us what happened.
Olsen explains that he was mentally, verbally, and emotionally abused by his girlfriend, which is of course horrible. But it's difficult to determine why Olsen is bringing this up here. It seems like he's using this to try and garner some sympathy from the detectives, or at the very least put some of the blame for the murders on the actions of the ex-girlfriend. Regardless of the reasoning, the detectives press Olsen further to get the confession.
I mean, I think you know what happened. I think you're just getting me wanting to say it.
That's why I told you this is your narrative. This is your chance to say for your story.
Yeah, well, I just...
Are you just a cold-blooded,
No, I snapped.
homicidal maniac?
Not at all.
Or was it
I just-
heat of the moment?
Heat of the moment type of thing. Dude, I snapped.
So take us through it, man.
I just went over there, hit her on the head. That was it.
What'd you hit on the head with?
Yes.
Like a metal pipe, a walking stick,
Something in there.
wooden.
Yeah, it was actually a piece of the, I don't even see a piece of the fireplace stick looking one that was broken. I don't know, I just saw it, grabbed it, and I just like fucking snapped it.
Did you do it in her unit or? When did,
And then I don't know, I just tried to get rid of the evidence, but it was just see what I didn't do. I was like, think about those fucking cameras.
where's the van?
Yeah, I parked it in the hood somewhere.
How'd the keys end up down at your dad's?
I took the key off there and I was gonna get rid of those, I was gonna wipe them off. It was dumb, I shouldn't have never done it, obviously I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, but it snapped, man. I've been so emotionally and verbally abused, you have no idea. I got a mother that fucking, staying with, I'm 35 years old. You have no idea. So there's my narrative.
Olsen was charged with aggravated murder, rape, gross abuse of a corpse, ran TV footage catches a true monster. On May 24th, 2012, in Montreal, Quebec, John Lynn walked into this apartment complex, never to be seen again. The next day, suspensions rose when Lynn's boss found it unusual that he didn't show up for work. But the fears only increased when Lynn's friends showed up at his apartment, only to find it empty. A discovery that led to a missing persons report being filed on May 29th, 2012. In this security footage, Lynn is seen walking with Luka Magnotta into an apartment complex. Evidence that helped set in motion a worldwide manhunt. The next day, an 11-minute video entitled "One Lunatic, One Ice Pick" was posted to bestscore.com. In the video, a male was tied to a bed frame and stabbed repeatedly with an ice pick and kitchen knife. The perpetrator then dismembered the body and performed acts of necrophilia. When the video was posted, numerous people tried to report the video to local police and the FBI, but the report was initially dismissed. However, the report was later confirmed to be authentic after human remains, bloody clothes, and papers identifying Magnotta were discovered behind the apartment. But the footage from the security camera that was later found showed Magnotta exiting his apartment complex wearing the victim's clothing, as well as bringing a large suitcase inside. But if bringing a large suitcase inside wasn't suspicious enough, Magnotta can be seen making multiple trips to the garbage cans outside to dispose of things. On May 26, 2012, Magnotta can be seen taking trash bags out of his apartment as well as taking more trips to the garbage. Discovered that Magnotta dismembered Junlin's body and sent his remains to various locations, including the Conservative Party of Canada, George's School, and Falls Creek Elementary School.
But the fact that he, cut up this person's body and then mailed it to various, offices of political parties here in Canada, that whole execution of the plan is what is striking to investigators here. These kind of crimes have happened before, yes, but the fact that he posted it and that he wanted to put it out there also reveals to them that this is somebody who at all costs wants the notoriety that comes with it.
A human torso was also found in a suitcase outside of the apartment building by a janitor. After searching the scene and recovering human remains, bloody clothes, and blunt objects in the back alley, police searched security cameras and zeroed in on Magnotta. When investigating his apartment, police found the place empty, but blood was found throughout the entire residence, including on the table, the mattress, the refrigerator, and the tub. An arrest warrant was issued for Magnotta, and a manhunt began.
Man is killed, his corpse defiled, and then dismembered. Authorities have identified the suspect. They say an online video shows him cutting up the body.
What we know about him, Rosemary, is that he is a narcissist extraordinaire. He has littered the internet with photos of himself, videos of himself in endless poses. He was a self-styled model, porn actor, stripper, and couldn't seem to get enough of himself online. There were also tracks that he posted on his musings about, how to disappear without a trace, on his predilection for necrophilia, about how he wanted to be a serial killer. This man was clearly disturbed, and he was also very, very, very much into himself. What is very striking about this man is his desire, and it seems to be a pathological desire, to put himself out there, to the point that he even posted his own video of him, committing this very, very horrific crime upon a victim that has yet to be identified.
On May 26, 2012, Magnotta used a false passport to fly from Montreal to Paris. Officers tracked down his location using his cell phone, but when they arrived, he had already left. Magnotta was still on the run, and he used his contacts in the area to hop from place to place, eventually ending up on a Eurolines bus with the hopes of making it to Berlin, Germany. He'd make it there, but he'd have company. On June 4th, 2012, Berlin police caught up to Magnotta in an internet cafe. He tried to give fake names, but was eventually apprehended.
This case is beyond comprehension. Luka Magnotta didn't just kill, he craved infamy, posting his crime for the world to see. It's sickening to think about Junlin's final moments, exploited for attention. The footage helped catch him, but it's a stark reminder. Some people will do anything for notoriety. How do we even process this?
A piece of the puzzle. But what happens when video footage is what breaks the case open? On May 9th, 2021, 13-year-old Tristan Bailey's body was found near a retention pond. On the night of her death, Bailey and one of her classmates who lived close by, Aiden Fucci, were hanging out at a mutual friend's house. But in the early morning hours, Fucci convinced Bailey to leave the house and go for a walk. This video footage from a residence shows two teens walking eastbound that match the description of Aiden Fucci and Tristan Bailey. Over an hour later, the same security camera footage caught a teenager investigators say is Fucci running back to where he came from with his white shoes in his hands. Only this time, Bailey isn't with him. This would imply that either Fucci walked Tristan to her house or something truly terrible happened. Bailey was reported missing by her family that morning, and her body was later found in a wooded area near a pond by a resident. She had been stabbed 114 times. The weapon was a buck knife with a missing tip that had been found near the body. On May 10th, officers investigated Fucci's house, where they found incriminating evidence, which included white shoes, a sheath that matched the knife, and bloody clothing. Fucci is brought to the police station, and once there, his parents have a few words for him.
You know, they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood, down our main street.
Is she good?
No, she's not. She's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
What is my problem?
You were the last one.
Last one seen with her. So right now, it's facing you right now, son. So however you talk, you breathe, you think, then you respond.
This is very serious, Aiden. You can't act like I don't know. I don't know. You can't, and you can't
You
say nothing.
understand this is serious? Clearly. You understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you say will affect you.
That Snapchat that you did was not very smart.
Not good at all. Now we have people wanting to burn our house down and our cars down because of that Snapchat thing you did. It's all over. You're all over the internet.
The Snapchats that are mentioned here are a reference to these Snapchats, which were taken after Fucci was interrogated by police. In them, Fucci acts like the situation isn't serious.
It's in a cop car, cuz. Tripping, dude. We're having fun in a cop car. Yep.
Fucci's parents continue interrogating him to get his side of the story.
What were you doing outside that late at night?
I was at Trey's house hanging out with them.
Did you kiss or do anything with this girl?
Be honest as you can to them.
To
Yes.
Yeah, I kissed her.
Anything further? Did y'all have sex?
Did she really grab you and you just really pushed her, or was that?
No, she did.
Okay.
You don't know what happened to her after you pushed her?
Did she say ow or get mad?
She said Aiden. She was like, Aiden. I think I pushed her, but I just told her to F off. I just walked off.
You wore khakis or blue jeans?
Blue jeans.
You sure it was not one of them? When we looked on the camera, you were wearing khakis.
Here, when asked about what clothes he was wearing, Fucci responds, blue jeans. In response, his mother says, when we looked at the camera, you were wearing khakis. An interesting response that indicates that either Fucci's mom is remembering wrong or she's trying to cover for him.
Are you not scared?
Not really.
Not really?
I'm a little scared, but...
If you didn't do nothing, you had to be worried about.
I know, so I was asking.
You didn't do nothing, right?
What's that?
It's a hell of a bad time, bad spot. Leaving a 13-year-old girl by herself in the middle of the streets at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever time. It's not smart, bro. Walking home with her in the middle of the night, that wasn't smart either. Did you kiss her this night? This last night?
Right, Trey's house? On the walk?
Think about every question he's going to ask you. Before you answer it, you think about the answer again. The next hour or two.
You're going to make it fun. Ask him the same question to make sure he gives him the same answer. You're going to badger you and badger you and badger you and badger you. So your answer changes.
Despite his mother's advice, Fucci changed his story multiple times. And after further investigation, Fucci...
Tristan Bailey was just 13, full of life, and trusted a friend. That betrayal cuts deep. Seeing Fucci's casual attitude, even joking in a cop car, it's like a knife to the heart. Her family's pain is unimaginable. The evidence, those shoes, that knife, sealed his fate, but it doesn't bring her back. Justice feels so hollow here.